Ladies and gentlemen, this is an article I actually came across and I was a little fascinated by it. I'm not going to lie to you. And I think, I have a couple of things that I really feel about this, but this came out on page 6, November 30th, 2018. Jay-Z wins arbitration delay after arguing panel was too white. He's got a good point. Let's face it, since the inception of America, this country has never been all white. Really, that all white jury should be illegal. It really should. America, even from day one, there were already melanated people on the land. So it at no point in time has this country ever been all white. Never. Not in its recorded history. Number two, when crimes happen in predominantly Black neighborhoods, it doesn't make sense for an all-white jury to be present. You would only have that in place because you want to ensure that someone Black goes to jail. Why would you have that kind of jury when you look at the demographics of America? All right? It doesn't make sense to have an all-white jury in predominantly, Black or brown areas, but this stuff does happen, y'all. It still happens to this day. A crime can happen in a Black neighborhood and they will rustle up a predominantly white jury that looks nothing like the neighborhood that the crime happened in. So, it was good that he raised this. If you're going to be fighting, for some type of cause, whatever your situation is, it should not be no all white panel anywhere. I call them the Jim Crow juries. Lawyers for Jay-Z have persuaded a Manhattan judge to press pause on an arbitration case involving the rapper after his camp argued that the American Arbitration Association was too white to handle the matter fairly. Manhattan Supreme Court Judge Sally Ann Scarpola, hey, that's the same judge dealing with Trump and his kids and fraud in New York, halted the Brooklyn Presarios battle with Iconics band group until a hearing on the arbitration issue next month. The Rhymers legal crew contended that there weren't enough Blacks in the AAA's pool and that the Darth would pose a discriminatory disadvantage to their client. Jay-Z sold his Rockefeller clothing brand to Iconics in 2007, but the sides have since been embroiled in several business disputes. Okay, so there you go. You know what? That should be really not just for Jay-Z. That should be an argument for all of us that end up in court. We should not have to endure going through any kind of case in court, America being what they call, quote unquote, a melting pot, but juries and people in arbitration are still predominantly white. And that should not be the case at all. It is time for the all-white jury to go into the patterns and never come back, because anytime you are looking at so many different faces every single day, the all-white jury should not exist. We know why it exists. It exists for one reason and one reason only, and that is to ensure Black people go to jail. There is no other purpose for the all-white jury or the predominantly white jury where you have, for example, 10 people are white and only 2, maybe 1 Latino, 1 Black. No jury should look like that, because America doesn't look like that. But please tell me what you think. I'm not a Jay-Z fan by no means, but I do think his legal team raised a very good point, one that should be raised a lot more often when it comes down to any type of trial that takes place in America. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video.